most of you guys know that I like speculating about who the vice president is. So when Leo Terrell, known as Leo Terrell 2.0, because he used to be a Democrat and now he is going for Trump for the last 4 years now.
The Democrats are yelling racism, racism, racism. It does not help. Joe Biden last year said, if you are black, you can't vote for Trump. That is a racist comment.
He said he heard a little birdie told him a rumor about who is going to be VP. Now, I'm only saying this is his job on the line in a way. So I found it particularly interesting. Thank you for joining us. I'm Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots, we ponder politics all day. This is what we do. If you're a politics junkie and you can't get enough news and you want reasonable thoughts and commentary, that's what I'm trying to do. Just be kind of reasonable. Like, I don't do spaceships. I don't do conspiracies. I don't do weird stuff. I don't do accusations that are just totally unbacked by any kind of fact or anything. If you want reasonable commentary, then you came to the right place, because I like hearing from you in the comments also. I get lots of my ideas from all of you. I'm looking for just a bunch of reasonable, wise people to help us walk through what are people saying? What are politics about? Well, today we got something to chew on. So first, here's Leo Terrell's Twitter. A little birdie told me the vice presidency, the VP, is in her future. Who is he talking about? Now, those of you who have watched my show might think I'm talking about Elise Stefanik. A lot of the Beltway Republicans out in Washington, D.C., who are high on drugs or brain damage think, oh, maybe it's going to be Nikki Haley. Wrong. No. Here's the tweet that Leo Terrell is responding to. A little birdie told me the VP is in her future. Who? Sarah Huckabee Sanders. In Arkansas, our people are our strength, she wrote. Now, you'll see by the thumbnail that I gave the whole thing away that we're talking about how obvious of a pick would Sarah Huckabee Sanders be. I'll explain to you that because I think it's incredibly obvious if true. Here she is responding to a recent tornado that went through Arkansas, disaster relief, all that. She really exhibits no nonsense leadership. She hasn't been caught in a bunch of weirdo lies like Kristi Noem, which we found out just recently. She is a no-go on the VP. Something way more authentic about Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
One thing that I know is consistent, no matter what happens in Arkansas, no matter what challenges we face, no matter what difficulties come our way, the moments that we think are going to be the things that break us and show our vulnerabilities are usually the things that ultimately show our strength.
Things we think are going to break us end up showing our strength. That is a great message for America. Every clip I'm going to show you in this is a uniquely Sarah Huckabee pro-America message. The things that you think were going to break you end up exposing our vulnerability and become our strength. That is also a parable for Donald Trump. All of these people going after Trump and the lawsuits against him end up being what's going to get him elected. Now, back to Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Just remember this, put this in the back of your mind. She was his press secretary. That is, they did junkets, daily junkets, talking about the media and how they're going to present themselves. As I think about it, there is not another vice president candidate. We've gone through the list of DeSantis, Rubio, Vivek Ramaswamy, Tucker Carlson, Tim Scott, Rick Scott, Ben Carson. Out of all these people, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is the one who has spent the most time with President Trump so far, working with President Trump so far. Look at the list. Doug Burgum, not even close. Elise Stefanik, not close. So he actually has a lot of experience. He knows what kind of a person she is and whether if he trusts her or not. I think he does.
And that's exactly what we have seen here over the course of the last several hours, is that the strength of our state continues to be where it has always been, and that is in our people.
And once again, she says the strength of the state is to the people. She's going to repeat that several times. I just want you to picture her now in this next clip as vice president. She's sober. She's not flashy. She's not fake in any way. She's authentic. She's also a white suburban mom, which Trump has a problem with. We'll get into that right after watching this. Just imagine her as the next vice president / president.
And while we are seeing the devastation of businesses and homes across this area in the northern part of our state, we are seeing the great humanity of Arkansans and neighbors helping neighbors. Even when their own homes and businesses are damaged, they're showing up and helping one another.
Once again, that's not a message that the government's coming to rescue you. It's that the people rescue each other. What an incredible message. I like her. And there's a lot of good, solid, non-flashy, non-fake, non-billionaire reasons why she probably best represents the beating heart of America. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Keep thinking about it, because the more I think about it, the more I go, whoa, she comes off like a non-politician. The other thing is Trump, remember, he had a problem with minorities. He's already shored that up. He doesn't need to get a minority vice president to shore up the black vote. They're already coming in. And here's the other thing is the black vote is maybe 12% of the American voters are black. What percentage of them are females? 50% are females. I don't know what percentage are white females, but he has a bigger percentage problem with white suburban women, educated women, white females than he does with minority blacks or Vivek Ramaswamy, minority Indians, lobster and octopus farmers up in Nantucket and Boston. I'm just kidding. So he would do very well in having her be VP. I think it would go to heal a lot of that low vote turnout on educated women, white women, suburban women. Trump's got her. She would instill confidence and would be a great next president.
There's nothing that makes me prouder to be the governor of our state than moments like this when we see our people really show up and take care of one another.
Okay, so now I've made my case for why she would be great. I would love to hear from you. Do you agree with me first that this is a slam dunk for Trump? I mean, no one. Trump barely even knows Vivek. I don't get why everyone's going off on Vivek. A lot of Benny Johnson guys love him. I'm sorry, you got it wrong. It's kind of the libertarian streak in the Republican Party that doesn't realize that someone like Vivek does not capture the Christian vote, the evangelical vote at all, which is the heart and soul of conservatism. Sarah Huckabee Sanders obviously does, in a huge way, represent. She's a very non-Washington, D.C. type person. This would be a good move if he does it. She would also help him win in 2024. So he's not dragging her across the finish line. She is going to uniquely appeal to people who may have had a bit of a problem with Trump in the past. They would now come and vote for him. That's my thinking on it. And Leo Terrell, he wouldn't go and put his reputation out there and just start throwing these rumors around, right? He's just telling you, doesn't mean it's true, but he's saying he heard a solid rumor going around. A little birdie told him, someone in the know told him, it's Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I'm Doug in Exile.